All right, and last but not least, Billy Joel and So It Goes, which is a music documentary capturing the life and career of Billy Joel. And of course, this features exclusive interviews, archival footage, and personal memorabilia. And I believe it's a touching portrait of one of music's most enduring icons. So let me go through this one really quickly and start by saying that this was a 2-part documentary. Shane, there are 5 hours of Billy Joel. Now, yes, 5. Now, let me tell you,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The 5 hours actually work because it would almost be like the Luther Vandross doc came in at about an hour 40.
Right. Yeah.
Luther Vandross's career is 1976. He makes his first song in 1980, and then he passes away in 2024. So he has a lifespan of about 25 years as an artist, right?
More than that. Well, I mean...
No, I'm saying because the first Luther album wasn't really like the album that popped. He didn't pop until 81, and he passed in 04. So he's about 23, I'm being generous, about 25, 20 some odd years. Name somebody else. Think about somebody like Prince, right? So Prince. Now, remember, Netflix had a 9-hour documentary that they funded, shot it, and then pulled it.
It was like...
So 5 hours sounds like a lot of time, but when you've got like a monumental career... So in the Billy Joel case, the whole first part goes up until about... From 19... I want to say... Was it the early 70s till about... Or the late 60s to about 1982. And the whole focus of that period is him finally breaking through because he had been making some songs and he had good songs, but the albums weren't popping. His first album that pops comes in like around 1977. Hold on a second. I want to make sure I'm getting this right because, for whatever reason, I don't have internet in here today. What was the 1977 Billy Joel album?
Was that Glass Houses?
No, before Glass Houses.
Before Glass Houses.
Because Glass Houses was the second album.
Right.
That popped. And then he had another album after that. So he had 3 straight, like, #1 albums in a row that really hit. But this, and remember, he had made Piano Man earlier. That was like again, Shane is looking. Piano Man is a huge song, right, for Billy Joel. He'd also made The Stranger.
There you go.
That's the album for Billy Joel that really popped. So after that, he had some singles that had worked, but he was looking for that breakthrough album, and that was the breakthrough album, right? And then Glass Houses came after that, and then there was a third album after that that really hit for Billy Joel, right?
Glass Houses is my favorite, though.
Okay. So what people don't know, what I didn't know, was that Billy Joel's whole story is absolutely amazing, man. So, of course, he had a father who wasn't really kind to him as a kid. And this is Billy Joel's words, not Tim Gordon's. And his father just disappeared. And years later, he found out that his father was alive, living in Vienna with a brand new family. Hence the song Vienna. I didn't know any of this stuff. I was like, wow. So I thought what the documentary did really, really well is like these monumental songs that Billy Joel made. He has these stories that lead into all these songs. Like Piano Man was about him playing, when he was trying to get on, and he would show up and he would play at these piano bars. But what made it genius was that he wrote the song about him, but reflecting on all these different archetypes of people that he met, that he played for. And also, let me just share that the documentary has like a superstar lineup of people who sat down to talk about Billy Joel. Everybody from Bruce Springsteen to Nas to Don Henley, John Cougar Mayall. I mean, they're huge people Sting, I think, sits down and has some stuff. So everybody's talking about Billy Joel, right? Billy Joel is just a super gifted songwriter. So the first episode ends, because I skipped the narrative, he was in his first band, and his best friend in the band was married to this woman. I can't remember what the name was. But he started spending time with this guy's wife and fell in love with his wife and had to tell his best friend that, hey, man, I fell in love with your wife. And she was his muse. So they break up. So Joel tries to commit suicide a couple of times because he's super depressed. The guy and his wife don't work out. They part. He hooks back up with her, and that's his lady, who's his muse for all these songs. And then she became his manager. And the whole first part goes up until when they finally split up after whatever this third album was that came after Glass Houses. She was just tired of she wasn't really about all that stuff, but she was
Glass Houses was the third album.
Was that the third album? So they split up after. What was the album between
52nd Street?
52nd Street. Thank you. So the whole first half, man, it's just amazing. And she's interviewed in this.
Really?
Oh my God. It is absolutely fantastic. So I'll end by saying, because I don't want to extend this, Billy Joel and So It Goes is great. It's a reminder that behind the bright lights and sold out arenas, the piano man's greatest legacy might be how deeply personal and universal his songs remain. And when you watch it, you'll see what I'm talking about. I gave this thing a B+.
Okay.
I really liked And So It Goes. Wow. Great stories.
Made you think higher of Billy Joel?
Man, I always liked Billy Joel, but there's some things in here that are really, really sad, man. I mean, you think about, we talk all the time about how artists are able to take really horrible things and turn them into something amazing. And to me, I mean, there's a bunch of songs, but the Vienna one is the worst. The Vienna, because when I heard Vienna, my idea of what Vienna means is entirely different than what Billy Joel saw when he wrote that.
Right.
Because Vienna plays like, something about young man. So it's almost a song about somebody young. Slow down, young man.
Right.
And, because Vienna's waiting for you. Like at some point I took it to mean that like at some point you're going to grow old and you'll age and this part of your life is waiting for you. That's not what Vienna's about. Look, Shane, that's not it. Vienna is about a guy who never got the love from his dad up until the day his father passed and always wanted his father's love, only to find out that his father was living with another family, giving love to another child that wasn't him in Vienna. I was like, yo! Like, I was sitting there, when they told that story, I was like, wait, what just happened? Wow! That's not what I thought this was. But yes, so Billy Joel and So It Goes, man, is going to be debuting this weekend on HBO Max. I would highly recommend you check that out.